So, we in that new year, new me season.
Yes.
But a lot of us still have some of the same goals from 2023. And a lot of y'all, and I know for sure because y'all came up to me and asked,
You
a
did.
lot of y'all wanted to start a podcast.
Yes.
I got good news for you, player. Spotify for podcasts is here for every need you have.
We've been using Spotify for podcasters since we started our podcast. It's so easy. You literally record, edit, and upload all from your phone, your computer. So no matter what your setup looks like, you can start now.
Yes, get your conversations, your opinion, your views out to the world. People need to hear you.
You can distribute your podcast to Spotify and anywhere else that podcasts are heard.
With Spotify for podcasters, you can earn money in a multitude of ways. Ads or podcast subscriptions. I mean, it's an easy way to get your visions out to the world and earn some extra pocket change.
Yeah, my favorite thing about all of this is free 99.
Yes. They don't charge you a dime. So you really got nothing holding you back. Today, not tomorrow, today. Let's be heard. Spotify for podcasters.
Let's be seen. Welcome back to another long-awaited episode of For the Healthy Host podcast. I'm your host, Ree.
Sunset Tim.
And I know I said this, I think, a few episodes ago, but it really feels good to be back.
It really do.
Like, this is our first episode of 2022.
And it's been a long awaited. We missed doing this just as much as y'all missed it.
Yeah, definitely. And, I mean, I'm not going to say the year started off bad because I just don't like to coin an entire year as bad because of a few experiences, but I will say it was a challenge.
I definitely stumbled out the gate.
Yes, it was very challenging. A lot of personal things came up where we had to just put a pause on a lot of the things that we are really passionate about and that we love and that you guys love. So it feels good to be back.
Yes, back. We had to get the file cabinet of life together real quick. Like, it was a struggle, but like I said, we back on road, and we're happy to be back with y'all.
Yeah, we hope that y'all's life has been going. I was gonna say New Year, but time ain't really real at the end of the day.
No, not really.
But I just hope life for y'all has been going swell, going good, and just know that everything that's coming up in your life, it will pass. I used to have a teacher, a home ec teacher, that used to be like, that too shall pass.
That's facts. Everything shall pass.
Everything shall
the
pass.
good times and the bad times.
Absolutely.
It's like a circle. But we are at that time of the year where it is new me?
New Year's
season. It's New Year, new me season now.
And like New Year's resolutions and it's like where people are setting goals. And I'm not gonna lie, I was low key, I won't use the word depressed, but I was low key sad because it was around the time like the New Year we were sick and everybody was doing like their goals, and like I was kind of like sad. But you and I had to talk about it, and we kind of talked about like how this is New Year for businesses, but like for Mother Nature.
Yeah, for Mother Nature and for humans, we still in hibernation season as it is right now. Like I know, like I said, business tradition says it's a brand new year. You have to start new goals. This time, that just goes along with business. You know what I mean? We won't see a new year until, I always say that when the flowers come back and the leaves come back, we've made a new year.
Yes, but that's besides the point. But so I was on a podcast. I was interviewed on a podcast, and it's called Inflow Podcast by my new friend Jill, and she recommended the book Slight Edge to me. And I went and checked it out at the library, and unfortunately, someone else got to it before I did. Read the whole ass book. I haven't even got into the book yet.
That's 90% of books you buy. You end up buying them, and I end up reading them first, though.
Because I'm a Gemini, and I can't make up my mind on what book I want to read.
It is toxic, actually.
It is toxic, and that's another story for another day. But
you just be throwing paper at books, like you just buy books all the time. I end up reading a lot of them, but this one I got to first. And it was a great time for me to dig into it. Like I said, with the new year, everybody setting new intentions, new goals, new routines. This book, The Slight Edge, is just about that. It's about taking small things every day and doing them consistently, and they'll build up into something very big.
Yes.
So like I said, with everybody starting new things and changing and, routines this and, manifesting new things and bringing new energy into their lives, I kind of like to look at this like the planting part of the year. When something is growing, it has to be planted first. You have to find good soil, a good foundation to lay your seeds in. And this is kind of what that is. Kind of knowing what you want to grow. What you want to grow into and what you want to see growth in your life in certain areas. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whether it be financially, physically, spiritually, or whatever it might be. This is planting season. So when you plant these seeds, make sure they line up with what you want to be. And they're specific to you.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. And I am a firm believer in that if it's your thought, if the universe put that thought into your existence, your brain, your spirit, your soul, it's already yours. It's already yours. You literally just have to, like you said, plant the seeds, and we'll get into, more a little later, but just be consistent, be hyper-focused on what it is you want. And I feel like for me, when I'm doing things that align with my goals, like in my day-to-day life, and that's going to get me to like what I want, like, the little baby steps, yeah. I feel like I'm not really worried. Like, I don't care about, I'm not worried about if it's going to happen or if XYZ is going to happen, versus when I'm not doing those things, I'm so worried. Like, I don't have a lot of faith, and that's because, like you said, you have to plant those seeds and build those routines to get you to the things that you want.
Yeah, no matter what your situation is, when you on your shit, you feel a lot better about whatever it is. And when you not, you in the exact same situation, but you feel a lot different about it when you when you're not on your shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
You feel a lot different about it. And it's very easy to do, and it's very easy to not do. That's one thing I did learn from that book, how easy it is to do and how easy it is to not do. Both of them are very comforting. You can comfort in that you made a step towards your goal, or you can actually not do anything and relax and be cozy. It can go both ways, but which side of the curve do you want to be on?
Right.
You want to be on a down curve or an up curve? Because one thing I did learn, and what I'm teaching myself, is that we're never stagnant as we think, like that if you stop doing something, it just stops right there at that point. But we are always on a curve. Life is on a consistent curve. It's either up or down. When you on your grind making your money, well, off top, your personal life with friends and stuff starts to take a spike down because you're spending time focusing on you right now. And it's not a bad thing, but everything is on a curve. What curve do you want to be on? And consistently thinking about that will kind of help you guide yourself, because nothing is what you call it. The words you like a lot.
Oh, I said journeys. Nothing is a linear path.
There you go, linear path.
Linear path.
What does that mean? Straight line, right?
Yeah, like you remember. I know math ain't really my subject, but I remembered the word linear. Like linear is straight. Like
yeah, just straight. Like
it kind of puts you in like black and white, straight path, linear. But literally, there's declines, and what's the opposite of decline?
I guess acceleration.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I would say acceleration. Yeah, something like that.
Up and down. Yeah, let's just say up and down, up and down, up and down.
So, yeah, to give an example, y'all know I always bring up sports and shit. I know y'all niggas don't play sports and whatnot.
They might
play sports. Y'all might. So if a guy was like, say a guy was a QB in high school and he was so good.
Is that a quarterback?
Yeah, QB is, yes.
I knew that.
QB is a quarterback. Good job, you. QB is a quarterback in high school, and he was great. He was athletic. And he was wonderful, you know what I mean? That's when he was 18. 10 years later, 28, he has not worked out. Got a little beer belly on him now.
He haven't worked out in 10 years?
Yes, let's just say 10 years he hasn't worked out.
Okay.
He can't get back to the football field and expect to be what he was, because we're not stagnant. You can't stop something and it remain there. He didn't work out, so automatically his body went on a down decline.
Yeah.
We're never at one spot. We can never just do one thing and it's done. I have anxiety from time to time. And I have books on anxiety, and I remember when I read my first one, I was like, "Yay, it's over. Life is good. I'll never have it again.
Like, nah.
Like, I'm done. I'll never have anxiety again. I know it all." And that is not the case. Like, I'm now like several books deep into anxiety, and each one helps me deal with it so much better. It knocks, the level of it down so much more. But it, like I said, I'll never be done with it. You know what I mean? Because if I stop, then ultimately it might rise again because I'm ignoring my duties to care for that.
And I relate to that so much because I recently said, I don't know, somewhere on social media that I'm really not into self-help books anymore, and I've been more into fiction. But the thing is, I feel like once I'm reading those books daily, or it reminds me to apply those things to my life. Like, I notice a decline in my mental health and my well-being when I'm not, implementing those or reading those books on a daily or even weekly basis. It's been a while since I read an actual self-help book, like, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to get back to that, so I'm really glad you brought that up.
Absolutely. So, like we said, planting seeds. So I give y'all a couple examples of my seeds. I have 4 to 5. Like, every day when I wake up, I want to get 20 to about 45 minutes of exercise every day. I don't care if it's light, intense, or what it might be. I want to get my body going every day. Every single day I want to do that. I want to journal every single day. Of course, I miss some days, but I want to do it every single day. The third thing, I want to spend at least 20 minutes a day on self-improvement. That's listening to a motivating video, podcast, something like that, or reading, whatever it might be, 20 minutes, or if it's reading 10 pages. I definitely want to read 10 pages a day.
Same.
I think I did the math, and that's like, if the average book is somewhere between like 250 and 300 pages, it's like 12 books in a year. And I would love to be in that number, 12 books. Yeah, a book a month. I'd love to be in that number.
Me too.
These are seeds that I'm planting. I want to do my music, write a verse every day, record or do something every single day with that, and with my business. The seeds I'm planting, I don't necessarily know what they're going to grow into or what I'll be. I'm not going to say at the end, but I got my time date set at 6 months. My birthday, July 3rd, if any of you niggas want to give me anything. That's my goal. Like, it's my deadline. I want to kind of just check the progress there. You know what I mean? Where am I at right there? Who have I become? What I look like? Am I a sexier man now that I work out 45 minutes a day?
You already sexy, but I'm sure it's only...
I'm trying to blow your mind, though.
You already do. But you already do.
But wanting to see what I become. I'm not too focused on the results. I'm just focused really on planting, on making sure I water these things every single day. I think more humans would be better off if they grew something in their life. I do believe it. I think every human, if they did something to see something go from stage 1 to a blossom, I think it would do something to them. I really do. Like, when Reese started this journey in the plants, first, let me say, Reese starts a lot of things, and I end up, like, just jumping in and patching up holes on them.
Like what?
Like plants. You started wanting plants, and I kind of took that over from you. Like,
I'm kind of inconsistent, because here's my problem.
Go ahead.
Because you were talking about the things that you, like, what did you call it? Your 5...
My 5 points, my 5 seeds.
Your 5 seeds. And my seeds are a lot, they're basically almost... What's the word? Identical. Yeah, identical. But here's my problem, and I'm really working on it. So for example, I think I mentioned this before. If I do one thing, if I miss one thing in my routine, I just be like, you know what, forget it. Yeah. I'll just try again tomorrow. And but you could try again the next moment. Like, it's okay. If you skip that one thing, just move on. It's like, it's
okay if you miss something. Like, on my seeds, I'll use yesterday as an example. I was great yesterday. I worked out, got that seed down. I listened to a motivating video. I worked on my music, but I did not journal. But I still call it a great day. Like, each day you might not hit every point on your jump, but as long as you consistently knocking a dot on each one, I feel like you'll get results.
Yeah, and for me, it's like my expectation. I'm really like bad with this. My expectations versus reality, like how things happened in my head.
Yes.
They don't happen like how I thought they were going to happen in reality, and that really gets to me. I have this perception of how I want things to go, and when they don't go that way, it really like takes a toll on me. Today, for example, I was supposed to wake up early, but it's my fault. Like it's my fault. I was supposed to wake up early. I went to bed late watching Power. It was good or whatever. It was really good. But I should have went to bed early and watched Power at another time. So I went to bed late. I couldn't wake up early. I want to wake up like 5:36. Like, I'm a morning person. I'm not a night owl. Like, I'm tired as we speak. But my point being, like, I know what I was supposed to do. Most of the time, we know what we're supposed to do.
Discipline over desire.
Exactly. And I chose desire at that moment.
But getting back to, like I said, with plants, like these plants that we have around our house. I'm not trying to really
hear about you and these plants.
You gonna hear about me and these plants because she a plant mammy. Like, she buys plants and then I end up taking care of all of them.
I be depressed.
I don't know what you be on. Like I said, I didn't have a journey in the plants, but my lady did. But it brought me into knowing how to fertilize and like all these things about plants. And I really love the moment I get a new bud. Oh, I
love it too.
Yeah, you love it, but I don't know fucking why.
And you know what?
It's like seeing a kid graduate that you didn't do shit for.
It's like this. Maybe if you didn't, you're enabling me. Maybe if you didn't do it.
But I can't sit back and watch these niggas die.
Well, maybe I would save them right before they die.
You do, and that is, remember, okay, that's going to bring us to another rule. Another rule, but this is a nice note to have in here for y'all. The 80-20 rule with a lot of people. If you give yourself a time period to do something, the crazy part is with most humans, we will wait until the last 20% of that time and do 80% of the task.
Wow.
And you love to propagate plants. When they're finna die, you'll take a piece off one, put it in a vase, and bring it back to life. When you could have kept him alive the entire time if you just did your job as a plant mom.
You know
I'm
what?
sorry, this turns into a AA. What is it?
Gang up on Shelby Day?
Gang up on Shelby Day for you. I'm sorry about that happening. But this is not what we supposed to be on. But like we saying, this is the planting season for a lot of us. Plant well.
Set intentions. Build routines.
Really care for that little plant. You're going to have something beautiful soon.
I think something too that, like, speaking on planting seeds, a lot of people want, and I'm guilty of this as well, a lot of people want things to happen immediately.
Boom.
Like Amazon delivery, like the next day. And that's not always the case. And like, that's instant gratification is what that's called.
Yes.
But a lot of things, most good things, like, they don't happen immediately. Like you said, it takes time. Like, there's a quote, you don't see, what is it? The day you plant the seed is not the day you
harvest.
Something. Yes, that's it. Boom.
We've come into this instant gratification era with iPhones and this. You can get the information immediately, the product immediately, food almost immediately. Everything is done on such a quick scale that, like I said, we come to want that exact same result in certain areas that just don't yield that.
Yeah.
Like, physically doesn't yield that. The day you do 100 push-ups, you can't pick up a car. Like, I'm sorry, it's just not how it works.
Yeah.
The day you eat an apple, you're not all the way 100% healthy now. You know what I mean? It takes steps into getting somewhere.
Right.
And like I said, this era we live in with information immediately, products immediately, has kind of murdered that knowledge that we all have that nothing grows fast. Nothing good grows
unless
fast.
It's GMO.
Unless that shit is GMO. You know what I'm saying? If ain't nothing sweet ever happened in a hurry.
Yeah.
Ever. If that shit does, then send it back. That shit probably tapped by the feds.
Send it back.
Send that shit back.
So yeah, it's just really just take your time, and like I said before, like, when you doing what you're supposed to do, like, most of the times we're not worried about the outcome. Yeah. And the universe don't work like that. Like, you can't be so stressed and so worried about when is this gonna happen? When? If you're doing your part, then
it won't happen.
Like I used to say, you used to hate when I used to say this.
Oh shit.
You know the Ludacris song, "When I Move, You Move," just like that.
Yeah.
Like that's literally how the universe works.
That is nice.
I
Yeah,
do hate when you say it, but it is
you
nice.
do hate when I say it. But
So like, and another example is like the Grand Canyon. Like you look at how long it took the universe to make the Grand Canyon. You gotta understand the Grand Canyon was flowing with water at one point in time. Millions of years ago, it had water in it. Think about how beautiful it is now and how long that took.
you really paid attention in geography.
I really paid attention. I did. But look how long that took to make that beautiful place that people drive thousands of miles to see.
Yeah.
Was once full of water.
Yeah.
And now it is not. It is a national site. You gotta take the time with yourself. Which brings me to the next thing, like montage theory. Now we all love series on Netflix and movies, and we all love when the main character like goes through that phase.
Oh, I remember you telling me about
Yes,
this.
like they go through that phase where they working so hard at work, you know, and trying to get their promotion, and then it fast forwards until the day they're finna announce the promotion, and your favorite character, Jane, got the promotion she was wanting, which is awesome. But it showed you 9 months of work in 3 minutes.
Right.
That will never, ever fucking happen for you.
Never.
Ever.
In 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes, you know, the montage where they show them going to the gym, you know, all these times, and then suddenly they're there.
Yeah, I think that has like a really negative effect too. Like
Yes.
that creates an illusion that things will happen
Quickly.
Because I never even thought about that till you told me about it.
It definitely happens, and it goes back to instant gratification, where we've seen things happen so quickly and we want them so quickly.
Yeah.
We have to get back to older times where there was no internet and people knew it was going to be a long road.
Yeah.
They just kind of knew. You knew back in the day that your grandfather was going to build you a home, but that motherfucker was going to take some time, right?
Right.
I don't know who grandfather built them a home.
Your grandma's dad built her a home. Shout out to
That is true.
Shout out to Snap Turner.
My great grandfather built my grandmother's home
yeah.
that I was
Who
raised
does
in.
that? Like
Who does that?
Like
you know what I mean?
that's
That is
amazing.
legendary.
That's
You know what
dope.
I'm saying? But I'm sure it took him time. One man
Exactly.
building a house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to get back to thinking in that long way that time is your ally.
Yes.
Time will always help you, and it's always on your advantage if you're on your shit. If not, then time it kind of works in the opposite way. Remember the quarterback that didn't work out for 10 years? Time worked against him
Right.
because he didn't work out. He didn't continue that. If he had, then time would have worked with him, and he probably could be fucking Michael Vick or Cam Newton. He could have been awesome, but
Right.
he failed to use time on his side, consistency, and do the things that, you know, get you far.
Exactly. Like I just really want to. I feel like the internet has really schooled like
Yes.
like that for us, like just time and instant gratification. And I just really, me personally, and I want everybody in our community to as well, just to get back to slow living and understand that you got to plant the seeds first. And like we said before, the day you plant the seeds is not the day you harvest. Like real things, meaningful things take time.
So everything does. If you were to gain 25 followers a day, it don't seem like a lot, you know what I mean, in the beginning. But as those days start to mount up,
To a day?
yeah,
that's quite a bit.
or we can take it down to 10. If you did 5 in a time, if you did 5 followers a day, 365 days in a year, by year 3 or 4, you have a nice size following, tight-knit group to get something done with, a real community.
Exactly.
Anything you want to take it to, if you apply time to it and stay on your shit, it will grow and blossom into something beautiful.
Right. Agreed.
Just like, I know a girl who started a YouTube, and from the point she started was maybe 6 years ago, and now she has a whole podcast. Like, this nigga don't even know I'm talking about her.
I'm like,
This
who are
nigga
you
did-
talking about? I was like,
You are a perfect example of it, seeds growing into something. How many YouTube videos you think you've uploaded from your old channel, Reculture, to in this one?
over 200 videos.
Over 200 videos over what time?
2015.
2015. To get to this moment we at right now.
Yes.
That's how long it took, dog. 5 years, over 200 videos. That's seed planting at its finest right now, harvesting. And we just now harvesting, baby. It's still a lot more to go, though.
It is. I sure was like, who are you?
You did look like you were in such a daze that I was talking about you.
I'm like, the nerve of him to talk about somebody else.
The nerve of me. Which brings me like to our next thing I want to talk about is little by little, and that's taking small steps to get this stuff. You have to want these things, manifest that, and then go try to do them. It's kind of like when you think about a baby learning how to walk. Mm-hmm. You was crawling just fine. Like, people was picking you up when you couldn't get to certain places. You was crawling just fine, but you had to manifest the thought that I want to walk like these niggas.
You think babies be manifesting?
You have to manifest walking.
That's true. Like,
you gotta just think about that's a great accomplishment. You have to think about you was a baby and you could have chose to continue to crawl.
I should have.
You could have got carried around every fucking way.
I'm
You had to manifest the idea to even walk. So
Yeah.
you know what you did? You did the cutest thing ever. You grabbed the table and you got up on your little bow-legged, thick legs, and you fell like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And then one day, after all that failing, you took a couple steps, and it was the greatest shit on earth.
Yeah.
Your mom took a picture. Some families got videos, like, of a baby taking the first couple steps, which is awesome. To bring that theory back into real life, when we start something, we kind of get a little bit of a praise. Like, okay, good. Go ahead. They starting a business. They starting to work out. You posted a couple gym pics in the beginning, and eventually that praise goes away. Remember when you was a baby, after you did the first couple steps, and now that you're walking around, nobody's clapping anymore that you're walking now. No one's clapping. There's no video. There's no, look at my baby. She's walking. You are now just walking. And I think a lot of people in life have got to the walking part and just stopped and sat down. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people have started to go to the gym a couple times, and then when they didn't get back to that instant gratification, they kind of stopped.
That praise.
After 2 weeks of going to the gym, I'm sorry, you look in the mirror, you're not going to have a six-pack.
Yeah,
it won't be there. It won't be there as bad as you want it to be. Little by little, though, it could come if you consistently do the things you're supposed to do. It will come for sure. But there won't be applause for a lot of this road that you're going to go on.
Praise yourself. Give applause to yourself. Like, literally, like, especially when I be working out or, like, regarding anything in life, you have to be your own hype man.
Absolutely.
Or hype woman. You would definitely have to be.
And good rewards also help, and rewards that contribute to you doing these little things. So a lot of times people reward themselves with working out with like a
Gym
cheeseburger.
Clothes. Oh, I was gonna say gym clothes.
That's a good example though. But that's like some people will say, I worked out. This is a cheat day.
Yeah.
On their diet. This is a cheat day. You don't need a cheat day.
I feel like if you need a, well, this is my personal opinion. Sometimes I hate to say things, but this is my opinion. I feel like you just need to have balance. Like, you can eat a cheeseburger. Don't even call it a cheat day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's not
like,
a cheat day.
It's balance. Diets aren't, this is a whole nother subject, but diets aren't, they're not to be long term. Lifestyles are.
Yeah.
So, but you said that it made me think about that.
But back to what I was saying, like rewarding yourself in the right fashion. If you worked out, a month and a half straight, reward yourself with new gym shorts. You know what I mean? A t-shirt, something like that. If you ate well for a month, reward yourself with a really nice, healthy dinner somewhere.
Yes, that's
some
a good
fancy shit. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere good and eat something like that. Make sure your rewards also keep you on track.
Yes.
Don't let your rewards be something that'll pull you back, because it's so easy to be pulled back. Me and Reed, in our personal lives, perfect example. We'll go 7 days eating at home, and then that next Monday we be tired and we want to eat out.
Yes,
and then the next day you be like, "Ooh, it'd be so convenient, to eat out one more time." You know what I mean? It's so easy to slip back into those things. Go back to what I said earlier. It's easy to do and it's easy not to do.
Definitely. And I'm sorry, you go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say, and it's cozy comforts on both sides.
Yeah, and Also, like, just being prepared. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
that'll help
mean?
you.
That'll help you out a lot. A lot of times it'll help you if you think about your future self. Like I've literally told myself, like, my future self is gonna really thank me for this. Like, gonna love me for this. So it just goes back. It can just go back to, like I said, thinking about your future self.
Thinking about your future self. How do you get from point A, which is you right now, to point B, which is you in the future?
Right.
You know, and I feel like planting your seeds and doing those consistent things shines a little light on your feet to where you can see where you're going.
Right.
You won't necessarily be able to see all the way down because it's not a linear path. You know, on a linear path, you can shine a light and you can see all the way down the tunnel. But this is not a linear path. You shine that light and you don't know that hill goes up at this point. You know what I mean? You can't tell that. You just have to take your steps as they are right now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Very smooth. No sweat.
All in all, just take everything one step at a time. Also, stop comparing yourself to people. That's a big one.
Yeah, we talk about no comparison all the time. That is a strong thing because it's so easy to do.
Yes, and it's done unconsciously. Like, you can get on there on social media and be scrolling and not even realize that you're comparing yourself to other people, to other people's highlight reel.
Yes.
At that,
you know, don't compare. You can compare yourself to your partner and not even know.
Yeah.
Like, it's times where if your partner is doing something and you're happy that they just accomplished something, but then it makes you think about yourself and see where you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a slick comparison to your partner when never compare that. You helped that person get there. You're a part of what just happened.
Exactly.
You know, don't compare it. I had to learn that myself.
Really?
Yes.
Aww.
What was the all about?
Aww.
You just love her all. But like she said, and don't be hard on yourself either. If you have days where you slip, it was just that. A slip, not a fall.
Yes, definitely.
It was a slip, not a fall. Keep going. I know you scheduled to go to the gym on Tuesday. You missed Tuesday. Well, shit, Wednesday looks sexy too, my dude.
Yeah, it's me. That's me. You talking to me?
I was just talking in general.
You talking to me. I feel attacked.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, like, just one step at a time. Time is your ally. The universe is on your side. The universe got your back. You got your back. You got this.
Yes, baby steps. Remember that. Baby steps. And also, along with that, we want to hear, what we would say, 5 things that y'all
or
trying
however many that you feel content with.
Adding into your life.
Yeah, like how many things you want to add to your daily practices. To plant those seeds and get you to where you want to be.
Yes.
You can, I forgot what it's called. We'll leave a post on Spotify, or I forgot what it's called, but y'all will see it because I'm going to leave it, or you can comment on our Instagram post, or you can just simply DM us, whatever feels more comfortable, what feels best for you. Because we love to hear from y'all.
Yes, definitely want to know what y'all got going on, what y'all got planned, and how you plan to, like I said, bring these new things into your daily routine. That's another thing. Bring it into your daily routine.
That's what I said, sir.
Yes, I'm making sure they heard that, making sure they get that part, ma'am.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you for that. For reiterating that.
Sir.
For reiterating that.
You don't
again.
never call me sir.
I don't.
Ever. But, like we said, take it easy on yourself. Get started. Go out there, have fun, and do this shit with a smile.
Yes, enjoy every step of the process.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
We are planting right now, people. This has been a wonderful episode.
What the heck? I can't. I feel like I'm bad with ending stuff, but yes, this has been a wonderful
I ain't it like niggas do. All right, y'all.
All right, that's how you did on the first one, on the first episode. But yes, this has been an amazing episode. It feels, like we said in the beginning, it feels so good to be back. We love y'all, and we hope that everything in your life is, I want to say going well, but we hope that you're well. We hope that you're well.
I hope you're well. Hope you're handling things well. Get the plane, find a good soil. No sweat, smooth.
Bye. Love you guys.